What's up, YouTube? Today I've got an update to my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. I'd like to start with a shout out for Simply Yu-Gi-Oh 0088. He's up and coming Yu-Gi tuber. He wanted a shout out, so I gave him one. I'll put a link of his channel in the description. So we'll get started with the booster boxes. As you guys know, I'm trying to collect one first edition box of every set. So far I've got Legend of Blue Eyes right here. There's the first edition in the bottom right corner. Of course, that's one of the most rare ones. It's really hard to get. First set ever. Then we've got Metal Raiders. That first edition's kind of hard to see. That one was, I think I paid $125. It was a pretty good price. No, I paid $100 for it. It was a really good price. Here we've got Magic Ruler. That's the latest addition to the collection. And I don't have Pharaoh Servant yet, but I do have Labyrinth of Nightmare first edition. Really cool set. I loved this set. It was one of my favorite when it came out. Then after that, we've got Pharaonic Guardian. That's kind of a hard one to get. Most people want like $100 for it. It's definitely not worth that. I would price it around $80. Then we've got Magician's Force. This is really, really rare. You just don't see these coming up ever in first edition. They're rare even as unlimited. So I'm really happy I got that at a great price. For some reason the first edition's up here on Magician's Force boxes. And Dark Crisis is the last one I've got. It was actually the first one out of all these boxes that I purchased. I just never opened it. I just kept it sealed, so add it to the collection. Then I've got, of course you guys have seen this, most of you have, the Starter Deck Yugi first edition. These are extremely rare. It's factory sealed, it's got the little stickers on it. Still working on getting a Starter Deck Kaiba. And as I mentioned in my earlier video, trying to get one blister pack from each of the first 11 sets. So we've got a Blue Eyes. These are pretty rare. Glad I got that one. Metal Raiders, Invasion of Chaos, and Ancient Sanctuary. So I've got 4. I'm working on getting the rest. They're not really expensive. They're just hard to find. Nobody's got them. So I can't really blame people for not saving blister packs. Who would have thought to save those, you know? So now we'll move on to the binder, which has a few new updates and some rearrangement. But it's been a while, so let's pop that open. Of course, the secret rares have not changed. Got Trihorn and Gaia. Of course, the 2 secrets on either side, and the 000 on this side, the last one of the set on this side, and the pack in the middle. Pharaoh Servant, still working on getting that box. Couple of my favorite secrets when they came out. I actually thought Yada sucked when it first came out. I was like, that's garbage, but it turned out to be an incredible card. Injection Fairy Lily was one of my favorites because it could get over Blue Eyes or pretty much anything at the cost of 2,000 life points. Dark Magician Girl, one of my prized cards just because it's really rare for the first edition MFC. Of course, the totally awesome Chaos Emperor Dragon, and the totally not awesome Invader of Darkness. And then to finish it off, the End of Anubis and Misera Deville. Neither of them really saw any play. The End of Anubis is decent, but it's just not worth a tribute for a 2500 attacker with a mediocre effect. And then Misera Deville is just hard to get out. And then of course the Tournament Pack Ultras. Got Mechanical Chaser, Morphing Jar, Needleworm. Those are the big 3. Well, actually, I should say the big 4 because Royal Decree is pretty expensive too. Then the Luminous Soldier and Toon Cannon Soldier, they started making more of them, so they're really not that rare or valuable. Maybe about $10 for that guy and like 15 for that. And DD Warrior and Magical Arm Shield. And then to finish it off, just an empty Tournament Pack Season 1. And then up here we've got the 3 Gods. These are the Secret Rare GBI edition. Let's see if you can see the GBI. These are pretty rare. Like on eBay, I don't even think there are any. If there might be one set for like 125 bucks. They usually go around $100 for this set. Of course, they're mint condition, just like everything in this binder. I don't collect cards that are damaged or played or anything like that. So we've got Exodia, first edition. Everything, of course, in this binder is first edition, unless it's a promo card. There's an Exodia Necros to finish off Exodia. Pretty cool. Then the next page, we've got some LOB greatness over here. 3 first edition LOB Blue Eyes White Dragons. Kaiba would be proud. There's another one, so it's 4 total. And then in the middle here we've got Trihorn Dragon. That's the one I pulled from my box. And then that's the Red Eyes I pulled from my box. And 3 more Red Eyes. So this is definitely like probably the coolest looking page, at least in my opinion. If you like the old school dragons, here we've got, we'll just look at it this way. 3 Dark Magicians, 3 Gaia the Fierce Knights, then a couple Celtic Guardians and another Exodia head. This one's got the lowered name. A lot of the older cards had a name that was lowered. It's kind of rare to see that. Here we've got a bunch of Magic cards, most from LOB. 2 Dark Holes and Raigeki. I think they go together nicely. Still don't know why they made Dark Hole a super rare if Raigeki was a super rare, because Raigeki is so much better. But that's just what they did, I guess. Swords of Revealing Light, 2 of those. Monster Reborn, mint condition. Again, this is like my baby right here. This is probably my favorite card in the entire binder, just because it's so rare to find these first edition mint perfect unplayed condition, and it's American English, so it doesn't get any better than that. Those, like, honestly, these are about $75 to $85 for the given condition in the edition. Then we've got Giant Trinity, which is currently banned, Poly, and Tribute to the Doomed. This page has just some random old stuff on it. Mystical Elf, Paribo, everyone's favorite card for Metal Raiders, and Curse of Dragon. Then we've got some McDonald's pack stuff here, and a Gaia the Dragon Champion. Then over here we've got Tournament Pack 1 White Hole. I would like to get more TP1 and TP2 Supers. Horn of Heaven from MRD, and a Trap Hole from LOB. Then we've got the Metal Raiders page that hasn't changed. 2 Time Wizards with the Barrel Dragon in the middle. This one's got 2 Beast Skull Dragons and the Gate Guardian I pulled from my box. Love that Gate Guardian. And then this one, the 2 Summoned Skulls and another Barrel Dragon. Over here, this page is the same. Still sexy as hell. Got a lot of the higher end traps. Magic Jammer, Solemn Judgment, 7 tools. Of course, when these 3 came out, Magic Jammer was like 20, 25 bucks, and then Solemn was like 15, and 7 tools was like 10 bucks. But things have changed since then. 2 Mirror Force and a Jinzo. I put Jinzo in the center because he's the trap negator around all these awesome trap cards. And then 3 Horn of Heaven. And here it's the same concept. It's Spell Canceller with a bunch of magic cards around him. We've got Forceful Sentry, Card of Safe Return, and another Forceful Sentry. It's one of the best cards ever made. You get to a free look at your hand, your opponent's hand, and then you can send 1 card back to the deck. That's insane. It's likely that'll never come off the ban list. Delinquent Duo, another really powerful card. And 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. These are hot, first edition, MRL, and an enemy controller. Then we've got some Toon stuff here. I still want to do more Toon, I just haven't had the time. 2 MRD Change of Heart, 1 I pulled in my box, I don't remember which one it is. Beast of Talwar, and some Toon stuff, Toon Summon Skull, Toon Mermaid, and Toon World. I got that Toon World for $1. First edition mint, it's perfect. And then more Toon stuff, or at least Blue Eyes Toon from my Magic Ruler box that I opened, Gemini Elf, and the End of Anubis. Pharaoh Servant stuff, 1,000 Eyes Restrict Relinquished, 3 Buster Bladers, that's really cool, and some traps, got Call to Haunted, Ceasefire, and Chain Destruction. More Pharaoh Servant and some Verona Guardian stuff. I think this is one of the coolest artworks in the entire game. Fortunately, the card totally sucks, but it's really awesome artwork. Don Salus, this used to be really good. The Fiend Megacyber used to be really good too when it came out. Goblin Attack Force. And some cool Magic cards again. A couple United We Stand with a Snatch Steal. That will probably never come off the ban list. We'll see. Axe of Despair, Megamorph. Premature, kind of wish that would come off. There are a couple things that kind of abuse it, but Brio mostly is gone, so. This one's a really cool page, not really valuable or anything, but still pretty sweet. It's all Legacy of Darkness, all these monsters, and then the creature swap. So we've got Tyrant Dragon, Air Knight, and Dark Ruler, and Marauding Captain, Fiberjar with the creature swap. And down here you've got Freed, Yamada Dragon, and Hinokagu Tsushi. This is, I think, a new addition. Finally got a Yamada Dragon. They're kind of hard to find unless you want to pay like $10, which I definitely don't know for that card. So we've got some rituals up here, Paladin of White Dragon, and 3 Luster Dragons with some fusions down here. I would like an XYZ Dragon Cannon, but for now I've got that. 3 Spellbinding Circles. These are pretty sweet when Magic Ruler came out. 3 Dark Paladins. These are the error corrected. Excuse me. These are the corrected version. Much more rare than the error. These ones go for usually $40. The error. That's the original one. The error version is usually around 20. It's got the other artwork on it. And Torrential Tribute. These are hot right now. For sure, these are really expensive. I got that one for like $10 before it, when it was still limited to 1 and not many people were using it. So 2 Blackluster Soldiers with 2 Dark Magician of Chaos, and then 2 Strike Ninjas. Then we've got Reflect Bounder, Breaker, and Skull Archfiend of Lightning. Then more Invasion of Chaos, like the random ultras from that, Black Tyranno, Manticore, and Leviathan Dragon. More random stuff. This page doesn't really have any meaning to it. I added Graceful Charity. That's actually, I mean, technically it's not a reprint, it's an original. It's the only, or the first Graceful Charity ever printed from Starter Deck Pegasus. This card was a staple. I think it's been on the ban list since the very first ban list came out. And then I want to get the 3 Magna Warriors here. And then here we've got from the same set, Stairway to the Destined Duel, Harpy's Feather Duster and Sinister Serpent. Both came with Valkyrion. And then down here we've got Graceful Dice. I want to get a Skull Dice. And then I have a Seiryu. I want to get the DDS cards, but that'll take some time, especially with the Blue Eyes and Dark Magician and Exodia. So that's the binder. And lastly, I have another first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon booster box, factory sealed. There you go. You can see the seam there. This one's in beautiful condition, which is why I'm probably going to sell this one because I'll get more money for it. It's first edition, and it's English, North American English. As you can see, there's the old Konami logo. There's nothing in the top right corner. So I've got 2 of them. This is the original one that I have, so I'm going to keep this one. It's in pretty good shape. It's just a little dinged here and there, like I said, but that's because it's super old. But this one's fresh, so I'm going to sell this on eBay. I'm probably going to ask $350. If you want to make me an offer, you're more than welcome to. Again, it's factory sealed, and it's mint condition. There are no holes, there's no rips or anything in the shrink wrap. It's beautiful. So thank you for watching. I'll have an opening coming in about a week, and yeah, go ahead and make me an offer on this if you can.